Well, hello, hello, hello. Happy Saturday. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for spending your Saturday with me. We just had a really good members live. We chitted and chatted and kind of threw out some opinions and things going on. So, really enjoyed that. Thank you to all my mods. Y'all are amazing. Thank you to all my members. Y'all are amazing. And thank you to all my subscribers. You are amazing. Those in the bushes, we're not going to forget about you as well. Thank you for being here. Y'all are amazing. Well, hello to everyone. Let's put up our little banner here so we can show our support for Autism Awareness Month in support of Sebastian Rogers. And let's see who we got up in the house today. Hello to our brown-eyed girls. Hello, hello. Hey, Marina girl. Hey, TJ. Hi, Miss Kathy. Hi, Miss Rhonda. Hey, West End. Thank y'all for being here. Holly S. You're snoozing but listening. Get you some rest, girl. Hi, Kathy Bartholomew. How are you? Let's see who else we got up in here. Hey, Blue Eyes and YouTuber. Hello, hello. Hi, Panda Bear's mom. How are you? And Alicia P. Thank you for listening to us. Let's see. We got anybody else sneak up in here? Hey, Cheryl, Miss Kathy. Hey, June. How are you? D. Marie. Hey, Roxy R. Hey, Senior K9 Mom. How are you? Hope everybody's doing good today. Hope floats. Hello, hello. He keeps skipping on me. Hey, show poodles. Okay, I think we got everybody. Monica Fox, hello to you. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Each and every one of you so much. Hey, Teresa. Thanks for coming in and being with us. Oh, really? Well, good. I'm glad I did it right. Yay. Sometimes there's names that just throws me for a loop, and I try my best to pronounce it, but I know I mess them up half the time. So I'm glad I got your name right. Good deal, good deal. Thank you all for being here. Hey, Texas Plain Jane, how you doing? Thanks for being here with us today. Well, guys, today we're going to talk about Sebastian, of course. And there's some things going on with his case. Hey, Mari, thanks for being here. I want to, we showed the billboard yesterday. Here is a billboard that is being put up. I want to share with you another billboard that they've got up all around. Now, I'm going to share this with you. This is a post that Hong put out. He said, this is dedicated to Chris Proudfoot. He will see it on the way to and from Horn Lake, Mississippi, is where that is, until we bring Sebastian home. He will see it on the way to and from Memphis. He will see it to and from Nashville. And this is the billboard that if Christopher Proudfoot goes to Horn Lake, Mississippi, or Nashville, he will see this going to and from each of those places. Isn't that awesome? Go at night. I love it. Speaking of billboards, let me play for you something that At Night put out. Also, I told y'all how his banner will be seen at all the Philadelphia shows, games that they play. Let me show you this. Here we go. This is outside the stadium. This is what will be seen. Guys, count it as the 2 minute and 16 seconds go by. This is the billboards outside. It is on a major freeway. You can hear the cars. How awesome is that? And to my members, I have to apologize to each and every one of you because I was wrong. I told my members that it showed 5 times. I counted right then. There's 8 times in 2 minutes and 16 seconds that Sebastian's banner is shown. Every 2 people will see him up there 8 different times. That is amazing. That is so cool. That is what has been needed for a long time. And I was trying to get back to, let me see. I didn't get it put up yet, but let me find this picture and y'all gonna see how yucky I look today, but if I can find this picture real quick, I'm gonna show you around the United States how many places that these banners are being put up. Where's that picture? Well, let's see. I saw it a while ago and I was going to get a screenshot of it and I didn't. Sorry, guys. But I want to find it so I can show you. These are going up all over the United States of America. There are tons of these being put out. Tons of them. And they are not grifting for money so that people can help pay for these. They have people that are making an agreement to get them out there. It is absolutely amazing how many people see his face now thanks to At Night Intelligence. And that was right outside of Philadelphia Phillies baseball complex there. And inside the stadium, his face will be shown as well. And how amazing that those thousands and thousands and thousands of people will walk away from one game and have his picture embedded in their minds, knowing that he's lost and he's out there and he's being looked for. It could not be in a better place. Here it is. Here it is, folks. Let me pull this up. I'm going to put it up here on the screen. Okay. This is how bad I'm looking today, guys. But this is the United States. All those dots show those billboards being put up. That is amazing. RKB, it is up now. It is up and running outside the stadium, and they will be showing it inside the stadium as well, is what I've heard. And all these places around the United States will have his banner shown. I do look bad. Oh, yes, Alicia, that's incredible. It's exciting. Oh, RKB, good. Be on the lookout for it. Be on the lookout because they are covering a lot on the east side of the United States, but they go all the way. There is one down on the border of Texas and Mexico. There's one on the border of California and Mexico. There's some all around Florida, all up and around all over. Sebastian's face will be seen by the multiple thousands. Yeah, that's the sad part. There's supposed to have been several already up. However, I believe there is litigations happening due to the fact that they got money to pay for these billboards and they were not ever seen. Yes, Sherry, isn't that wonderful? It is so exciting to know that this is actually happening. It should have been done a long time ago. And those that were responsible for saying they were collecting money to put them up, they were only up for a tiny bit of time. Tiny bit of time. And not everywhere they were promised. They are not cheap. They are not, Brandon. Those billboards and stuff, you can do pretty reasonable with the billboards. There are so many seconds that it can be shown. You can choose how many seconds, and you can choose your time. But the main standalone billboard goes way up into the thousands. Yeah, okay. RKB, if you see any, let us know for sure. Yeah, it was the blip they did. It was the blip. And anybody could put one up. You could go on and Google the Billboard, go onto the website. You could have it up for so many seconds, so many times a day, or whatever. But I'll tell you my opinion when it comes to, they really should, Brandon. I believe that they should go to jail if they were not done correctly. And that's the problem. When you have people that say, hey, we're going to put up billboards. Well, they can put some up. And they can show where they got them up. They can show where they paid for those. But you don't always have that transparency. And that seems to be the problem that's occurred. And once you give the money, it's out of your hands. It's up to them what they're doing with it. So, yes, YouTuber Edgar said again the other night that he and KP were part of billboards that were put up soon after Sebastian went missing. But I just say be careful. If you want to put up a billboard, do it yourself. You can choose where it goes. Oh, there may be RKB. There might be one over there. That would be amazing. Yes. With it being baseball season, being there at the Philly Stadium, they're going to get each home game, 5,000 people? 3,000 to 5,000 easy. And to see outside that stadium while they're waiting to get in and traffic there 8 times in 2 minutes, he'll be shown outside of that stadium. Right? Lola, what? Non-transparent YouTubers? What the heck? Oh. Yes, Shoat Poodle, go Dog, Honk, and Nick, and all those who have helped and contributed and given to allow these billboards to be seen. Yes, yes, yes. Justice Mama. I played our songs a while ago in the members live. Thank you, thank you. They were amazing. Hey, AMC. Thank you to everyone coming in. I appreciate y'all. Oh, yes. It was so good. So good, so good. Justice Mama. Yes, you are so talented. Okay, guys. Justice Mama made 2 songs for those who are members of the Lollipops. I am going to play that right now and let y'all hear them. Hey, Justice Mama, she just became a member. Well, we're going to play one of her songs to welcome her to the Lollipops. Okay, guys, this is the first one that she did. Here we go. It is amazing. Let me turn my volume up here, make sure I get it good. Here we go.
A little family of lollipops and rapper tight, sticking together through the darkest night. Sugar on our hearts, the fire in our souls, defenders of the truth wherever it rolls. Sticky hands won't sway us when the storm gets rough. Life's a candy jar, but the fight is tough. Justice echoes louder than a peppermint breeze. We'll stand for the broken till their pain sees release. Sweet justice for the bitter and the lost. We'll pay the price, no matter the cost. Lollipop king with courage so fine, rolling on the path till justice aligns. Caramel whispers from the victims we hear. Their stories fall heavy like chocolate tears. No sugarcoating the wrongs that were done. We'll stand like a whirlwind till the battle's won. Caramel whispers from the victims we hear. Stories fall heavy like chocolate tears. No sugarcoating the wrongs that were done. We'll spin like a whirlwind till the battle's won. We're not just pretty faces on a scroll painted stick. There's grit in this glaze and it's bold and thick. When the world's a crime, we can't let it slide. So I thought we'll always find the time. Sweet justice for the bitter and the lost. We'll pay the price no matter the cost. Lollipop king with courage so fine, rolling on the path till justice aligns.
Is that not amazing, guys? And she did one more for us. I got to figure out how to get them downloaded so I can add them to a little clip for us at our opening. But here is the second one she did. They are both so good. We are so thankful for you, Justice Mama. Welcome, Pamela Jones.
In the house of lollipops, we stand so tall. Every flavor, every color, one and all. Whispers of those lost in injustice's name will light the dark and heal their flame. For the broken, the unheard will rise. A family sweet as candy ice. We stick together no matter the fall. Justice for our family, we answer the call. Cherry cries but wants to keep to the show. The lemon fights, the bitter winds still blow. We'll mend the cracks of our brittle past. No wrapper holds what's meant to last. For the broken, the unheard will rise. A family sweet as candy ice. We stick together no matter the fall. Justice for our family, we answer the call. Sugar spins where the guilty hide. Our love will let them break our pride. Hold on tight, we'll stand so strong. A melody of right Jones are wrong. With rainbow hearts and fields of light. Every lollipop shining bright. We'll march for truth, we'll fight the gray. Justice will taste the sweetest day. The cherry cries for wounds too deep to show. The lemon fights though bitter winds still blow. With rainbow hearts and fields of light, every lollipop shining bright. We'll march for truth, we'll fight the gray. Justice will taste the sweetest day. The sugar spins where the guilty hide. Our love won't let them break our pride. Hold on tight, we'll stand so strong. A melody of right drowns the wrong. With rainbow hearts and shields of light, every lollipop shining bright. We'll march for truth, we'll fight the gray. Justice will taste the sweetest day.
Thank you.
With rainbow hearts and shields of
Thank you, thank you, thank you to our Justice Mama, our newest lollipop. Thank you for that. Those are amazing. And we have 10 new lollipops. Thank you so much, TJ. You're amazing. Oh, guys, we're growing. We're getting bigger. Yay. And until we can get us our lollipop song up and going, I'm just going to say, welcome to the South, y'all.
welcome. Welcome to the South. We break that good stuff out. We got enough to go around. So can I get a right and get down? Welcome to the South.
Welcome, welcome. Thank y'all so much. And Justice Mama, you're amazing. Thank you for those. Oh, thank you, TJ. I try. I was telling, on the members live a while ago, it's so discouraging at times. And yet, here we are, we keep going. We keep going. And together, we're all going to keep moving forward. Looky here, Star Child. Thank you. Guys, if y'all were gifted a membership from TJ or Star Child, please tell them thank you. Out of the kindness of their heart, you are now a lollipop. Thank y'all so much. Welcome everybody. Hello, Falker's dad. How you doing? Thank you all for being here. Yay, RKB got a membership. Welcome. Okay, guys. So let's talk about Sebastian. Where could he be? That has haunted me for a long time. And how long was it when Summer Wells became a cold case? They say that she is not a cold case. They say Summer's case is not cold. They are still working on her case. I'll be honest, in my opinion. Hey, Millie, thank you for being here. Love you. In my opinion, if a case goes a year, it's getting close to being cold. A year's a long time for a person to be missing. After a year, memories kind of start fading off. It's hard to trigger them. That's 365 days. Summer's case on June 15th, her case will be 4 years. And whether we like it or not, her case is gone cold. There's not a whole lot out there. In both Summer's and Sebastian's case, I honestly believe had law enforcement in the very, very beginning handled things differently, if there had not been that good old boy system on both of these cases, I honestly believe that these two kids might have already been found. Yes, we're going to talk about Summer's case tomorrow night. I'm going to do a Summer live. We're going to talk about the new lead. We're going to talk about the person that is on PG's panel, Marlena Crawford, who has popped up and been talking for about a week now, almost 2 weeks, I guess. Lived really close in the area of Summer, and her daughter and Summer were best friends. But there's questions to all of it. And we'll go over that tomorrow night. I'm doing Summer's case. So I hope that you can all come over. Even if you're not familiar with Summer's case, we will give a brief synopsis of her case, and you can catch up from there. But both of these kids, oh, AMC, don't you worry about it. We're just glad to have you here. I love it when we get members. It helps the channel. It's amazing. But if you cannot afford it, I myself completely 100% understand. And I don't think any less of you at all. I'm just glad you're here more than anything. And if you check and you can go down to that little $sign, I don't know if it's still that way. I've heard both ways, but double check. And if you hit that little $sign in the chat there may be an option to turn on gifting. And if you have that turned on, when you're in a channel that gets gifted memberships, then you might be able to receive one there. But we're just glad that everybody's here. Look at Justice Mama, 1 month she has been with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you once again for the amazing songs. What wonderful way to support our members, our lollipops. We love you and so glad you're with us here. So, Sebastian, day one. Janice, look at Miss Janice. She coming in boss here. 12 months. Miss Janice, you've been a member for a year. Wow. Wow. Thank you, Miss Janice. We are so glad you're here with us. Thank you for that. Yes, Brianna, all the distractions. And it started day one when he was reported as a runaway. In my opinion, I believe that if they would have reported him as missing, not knowing what happened to him, it would have been a whole complete different search. And yet his mother reports him as a runaway, that he left the house. He just ran away. And I questioned that from day one, because if you're awake and you have a fight with your child, or he doesn't like what you've just said, or something along that lines, there was some kind of issue going on between you and your child, and he got pissed off and took off. And then after a certain amount of time, he doesn't come back. Yeah, let's report him as a runaway. But when you wake up, as his mother has stated, she walks in to wake him up, and he's not in his bed. But yet she reports him as a runaway. At that time, that mother would not have known that he went out of the house by himself. She would not have known if someone had came into his house, to their house, into his bedroom, possibly through a window, and took him out. There's so many possibilities to just finding your kid gone. And that's the very first red flag to me, because she says, I don't know why he went out that door. They spun the narrative day one that Sebastian was a runaway. Law enforcement now says there is absolutely no evidence that Sebastian left his home. That's their words to us. And as the first few days progress, they're treating it as a runaway. But right about that 1 week mark, they found nothing to support the runaway theory. I don't know what was told to them in that first week. I don't know what the mother and the stepfather have said during that first week, because we didn't hear from them until the end of that week. And on day 8, they spoke. The same day, hey, Town Chat Cafe, you're in Texas too. Well, hello, my Texas kinfolk. It really shouldn't have, Tina Girl, but when you have parents that really push that narrative, they took it as gospel truth. But it shifts into an investigation. At that point, they have to start an investigation. 18 search dogs did not pick up Sebastian's scent. Oh, look at here. We got us a new member. Welcome, welcome, true crime lover, Marley G. Welcome to the Lollipops. Thank you for being here. Let's do a little welcome to the South for our true crime lover. Welcome. Welcome to the South. We break that good stuff out. We got enough to go around. You can't get it right and get down. Welcome to the South. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us and becoming a member. We are so excited to have you. Town Chat said, in my opinion, they have him in a, well, let me go back. They have him in a private school somewhere, especially since they were trying to do that before it happened. Yes. Muscles and mascara paid for her own. For Sebastian. She went to the site directly. Yes, Muscles and Mascara did a billboard herself. I'm telling you guys, that is the best way to do it. TJ gifted 10 more membership, guys. Look at us grow. Exciting. Thank you, TJ. Please tell TJ thank you if you were gifted a membership. She did that out of her loving, kind heart, and we thank her. And welcome to the lollipops, everybody. Welcome to the South.
Welcome to the South. We break that good stuff out. We got enough to go around. Can I get a break and get down? Welcome to the South.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you, TJ. I appreciate y'all so much. Star Child, thank you for this. Thank you for the super sticker. You are so sweet. Guys, y'all are so amazing. That is awesome. Thank you for that. I love you guys. And thank you, Star Child. Guys, so yes, if you go back and you think from the beginning, day 8, we start getting information that even law enforcement is starting to look at things different. Thank you, Rhonda. I love y'all so much. Y'all are so sweet. And we have a mother and father who sticks to their guns that he ran away. That little boy dancing, he makes me laugh. Oh, he's so funny. But the mother and the stepfather, who wasn't there, according to him, he takes the lead and he tells what happened. Yes, I believe CP and KP are both embarrassed to sweet Sebastian. I believe Chris's family did not care for him either. And that's just my opinion. But they tell, oh, thank you for the background. I'm glad y'all like it. They tell us a story that changes over time. They tell us a version, and the saddest part of all is his mother tells us she was in the home and Sebastian was in the home. And if you stop and you think about it, if there's no evidence that he ever left that house, that leaves him being taken out of that house, and his mother, the one that now, 13 months later, has a criminal defense attorney. She's the person that put herself in the house with him. Yes, that video with Chris's sister at his birthday. Yes, she talked to him as if she was so disgusted in him she couldn't stand it. Horrible. Horrible. Now, I'm going to do this real quick. Let me see. Hong has put out a post, and we're going to read it here because we know the threats have been made against people who have searched. People have been ran off. Mr. Chris himself last night on QB's panel said this all can stop if the other side would just go away. Keep that in mind. Innocent people don't need defenders to silence questions, discredit search efforts, or attack those seeking the truth. They show transparency. They show urgency. The stepdad has shown neither. You know who doesn't question reward money or agencies trying to help? Innocent people. Don't need innocent people. Desperate families. People who want answers. You know who does? People who are afraid of what those answers might reveal. There's no proof of the reward? Okay. And there's also no proof the stepdad is doing a damn thing. But somehow that's never questioned. Funny how the scrutiny always manages to avoid people it should be aimed at. Guys, for me, that is huge. That is absolutely 100% correct. 100% correct. People don't just walk away from their home, never to be seen again, for no reason whatsoever. But the stepdad said himself on one of the hate channels, Michelle, that's very possible. It is very possible, unfortunately. But last night he said, oh my gosh, yes. Yes. Let me highlight that so I can remember to bring it up. Oh, there we go. It didn't show. Hang on. Chat skips so quick. It's crazy. There we go. The words out of his mouth. This can end. This can stop. If the other side would quit spreading hate and lies and attacks. Folks, we use his words for any attack we do. We use his mother, Sebastian's very own mother's words. If they want to call it attacks, it's their fault. It's their words that they've spoken that even put thoughts into our head as to what in the hell are they thinking or doing or saying. That's the facts. His father is searching. His father is doing things every single minute that he has devoted to finding his son. while the mother and the stepfather go on panels and talk and laugh and giggle and talk about things that are absolutely disgusting while their child's name is in the title, description, or hashtag. Tina Girl here says, do you hear what they're calling him over there on the other side? The other side has victim blamed 100%. They have said that this young man that we're all looking for has essayed others. They say that his actions has caused all of this. They call his father a pedo. The words they use to describe Sebastian is gut-wrenching. But they, last night, said themselves, I pray to God he doesn't hear what the other side is saying. Well, I hope that Sebastian does hear our channel here. I hope he does hear other channels who support Sebastian 100%. Yes, Star Child. My only question with that one, she said, Chris, what was said in the school meeting on 2/7/24. Chris said he hasn't seen Sebastian since February the 2nd. I question though, was it a Zoom meeting or was it in person? It's never been told. So I question that, because if it was in person, then he was in Tennessee after the 2nd. There are so many things with this young man's case that where could he be? That list has grown from the things we've learned and found out. They leak with their creator friends on the other side an email from Seth naming off schools that would be appropriate for Sebastian. They wanted to make Seth look bad. They wanted Seth to be a person that was going to put him away, but yet they didn't add the original email. Yes, it's disgusting, Brianna. I can't believe they did that. Yes, for them to say that Sebastian did essay others, they don't want to talk about the fact that Sebastian himself was done that to by a young boy that was in Katie and Chris's house. But they put all that bad over onto Seth. Just like they're trying to make Seth look bad with this email they put out. But they don't want people to know that they're the ones that said we can't handle him anymore. We're putting him in a school. Well, if that is where things were, Seth wanted to make sure the school was appropriate. Because the school they chose, children were dying while in that school. Yes, Brianna, 100%. Sebastian, if you see this, call your daddy. Call 911 and tell them to call your father. That is huge. Oh, Kathy Plouffe, I honestly believe that flashlight video was not supposed to come out. We were not supposed to see it. Somebody leaked it. And I believe they did it because they were afraid it might go missing. That's just my opinion. Now, to stop and think about where he could be. He could be in a school somewhere. He could be in a family member's home. The the thought of him being out in the woods somewhere makes you stop and question, oh my goodness. There's only two ways he would be out in the woods somewhere. And that one is if he was to run away, which we now know there's no evidence to back that up. And number two would be if they put him out there in the ground. Blue eyes, Jewel, look at you. Guys, thank you. That's amazing. If you were gifted from Blue Eyes Jules, please tell her thank you. She just gifted 20 memberships. That is amazing. Let's welcome everybody to the South.
Welcome. Welcome to the South. We break that good stuff out. We got enough to go around. You can't get it right and get down. Welcome to the South.
Thank you, my friend. You are so sweet. Guys, it's exciting to watch us grow. Thank you. The whole Town Chat Cafe, the family has told us they did not have that kind of money to put him into those homes. And they really don't have that kind of money now because they have attorney fees. Yes, he does. Grace said, Edgar explains. Let me pull that up. Let me pull it up here. Here we go. Is it showing? It's not going to show. Come on. Oh, there it goes. Edgar explains how to bury a body under concrete. Yes, yes, and yes, he does. And let's look at that, shall we? This is a post. Let's see, not that one. Where is it? Oh, I don't guess I have it on there yet. Hang on. Let me see if I can find that. Where is it? I don't know where it is. I have it somewhere here. I know I have it somewhere here. But he does tell us that to bury a body in concrete, it has to be so many inches down. And the fact that you have to cover the body and finish pouring the concrete, leveling it out, and all the things before that concrete dries. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It was brought up asking about where he said Sebastian would never be found. He himself has not said that anywhere that I can find. But I will say this. He told Dog the Bounty Hunter, according to Dog, that they did not want to work with him. They did not believe in what he was doing or he was going to help. And Dog, tells us that Mr. Chris makes the comment to him, "You will never find him." So we have Dog's word on that. He told Seth, day one, "What if this thing goes south?" Seth's response, "Then I'm going south and looking for my son." He says, "What if he's no longer alive?" Who does that on day one? Day one, guys. Roxy R., I have no idea. I have no idea about their personal life. Yes. Could you imagine day one? Words. Why would he even want to? Then we have him telling Seth another time, if you were to go to church, you might find him. All the little things he keeps saying. All the things he continues to do and say so that people walk away and stop. All the distraction, as we call it. This distraction leads to nothing but we have to debunk it. We've got to look into it. And that takes time away from Sebastian. Takes time away from the truth. CP said, Elise said he was already passed and is probably 10 miles northwest from the search area that they searched. Those are the words Chris Proudfoot told Blue Eyes herself. Shorty, it is very possible. I have listened to some stuff from that church that Mommy and Daddy Socks go to, and it's very questionable. Very possible. Yes, Kathy. Miss Kathy Plouffe says psychopaths are known to accuse you of what they have done, like SA. Yeah, D. Marie, it's obvious. It is absolutely horrible. Yes, be careful. Very, very careful when you read things that people put that you haven't seen in chat before. Because there are lots of sock accounts out there. And I'm talking tons and tons and tons of them. There are accounts that are created to come in by people that want you to shut up, basically. It's possible they sold him to the church, who sold him to another group. Anything at this point is possible. And that's the saddest part of all. Anything's possible because we've never heard the truth. We don't know the truth. And if what they are saying in public, the mother and the stepfather, could you imagine what they've said to law enforcement? And that is the worst part of all, because the mother is the last person to be known to be with him. And yet she's not telling the truth. So if they've told law enforcement the same story they've told us, it's intentional, guys. Yes, Texas Plain Jane, because they want him forgotten. They want us to find nothing. They want us to find absolutely nothing. I don't know where Sebastian is. I don't know what happened to him that night. I cannot say that his mother and his stepfather took his life. I can't say that they did anything in particular to him. What I can say is we have two parents that cannot tell the truth. We have two parents that continue to contradict their own stories. We can use their words to prove they're lying. That's what I can say, because we have the proof. I can say with my own eyes, I see two people moving in the common space area behind their house. I can say I've seen with my own eyes. It looks as if a person had been carried to a waiting car. I can say with my own eyes, there's a person in that car while the two flashlights are going, and that person turns on the car. One of those flashlights get in the car. The other flashlights, I can say with 100% guarantee, runs back to the backyard of the Proudfoot's home. That I can say. Cannot say who had the flashlights. I can only assume. But when a mother who's in a home with her child overnight wakes up and finds her son missing and is not concerned about those lights moving around her backyard area, a fact for me is that's a red flag. That tells us, guys, that this mother has to displace those lights as something else. What mother who's home alone with her child wakes up and sees her child is not in her home, finds a video of two lights that go to a waiting car. And one runs back to her backyard. What mother is going to make it out as if it's a trash truck? A trash truck light never separates, and one light never runs away. It doesn't happen. I just wish the one truth that we all seek is, where is Sebastian? That's the truth that we sit here every day trying and trying and trying our best to find out. And while we're over here doing all of these things, the mother sits quietly because her defense attorney tells her to shut her mouth. And the stepfather sits on drama channels calling out creators' names, wondering what they're doing now. Wondering why people want to say anything negative about him, while everyone on panel with him sits there and coddles him and helps explain his stupid answers. The people he sits on panels with never question him. They do not push for the answer when he says, as we heard him say yesterday, there were two unaccounted. One was my truck, and I don't give a shit about the other one. The panel guest helps him explain that it was earlier in the 30 days that happened. Yeah, he says. Your child that you claim to love, accept as your child, the one you disciplined so well, is missing, and you don't give a shit about one unknown device in that area. He makes out as if it's over a 30-day span when actually it's only 2 days. The day before and the day of. They don't question why a neighbor says he heard Katie and Chris arguing in the front of their home outside. He doesn't question the words Chris said when he said it's him or it's me. Was he talking about the neighbor behind them? Katie's play friend? Or was he talking about his stepson? That's the questions that need to be asked. It gets so frustrating when we sit here day after day after day, and yet the stepfather says, and if the other side would just stop. Stop putting out lies. Stop putting out misinformation. Quit creating drama. Those were his words yesterday. And yet I tell him, if we're creating drama, if we're creating lies, it's because of the words he said. Him and his wife have spoken out enough that there's questions. There's questions that need to be asked. And he won't come on panels to answer those questions. He goes to panels who help him explain away his answers. He's showboating over there. He's gloating at the fact that he has a suit filed against Bullhorn Betty. None of them on the other side can ever bring up anything that has happened or things that have been created without using Bullhorn Betty's name. It's all a game to them. It's all a game to them. But yet, for all of us over here, we want to know, where could Sebastian? We want him found. He deserves to be found. And it's because of that that we cannot stop. No matter what words are coming and spewed out of his mouth, we cannot stop. We can't, guys. Sebastian deserves better. They make the comment, oh, I just hope that boy don't hear what they're saying over there about him. They're the ones that put it on him. That story would have never came out had it not been for Chris telling the father that people would stop searching if they heard what happened to Sebastian. His father's not going to be threatened, so he tells. What happened to Sebastian under Katie and Chris's roof in their home? And now, under their roof in their home, there is no evidence to prove Sebastian ran away, but he is missing. He's missing, guys. Nowhere to be found. He's missing. And no, he did not just step off of Chris's front porch and go, poof, disappear. It does not happen. Yes, Sabrina, just like her mama. Yes, Mary, you are 100% correct. We have all heard it. It has been put out there. CP was at the school for the meeting, and him and Katie were belittling Seth. They did. I can just hear it in my head because I heard him on Web Sleuthing talking to Seth as if he was a child. He talks to people like that. He feels entitled to do that, and it pisses me off. Blaming Seth for everything. This young man did not deserve any of the things that happened under his mother and his stepfather's roof. And when you ask the question, where could he be? There's this thing called common sense and process of elimination. And when law enforcement tells you there's no evidence, he walked out of his home and left. That leaves him in the home with his mother, and yet he's not there. Oh, look here. Whoever it was that gifted Tap Dancer Lizzie the membership, thanks a bunch. Yay. So glad you got a membership. Welcome, welcome, Tap Dancer Lizzie. We are so happy to have you. So, yeah, guys. Well, Texas Plain Jane, I agree with you. I don't know how the teacher allowed that to happen, but I could just imagine that teacher starting to understand what Sebastian himself lived with. The exact reasons as to why the school called CPS so many times. Chris is not the one at home with him. He's always gone to work, he says. So Chris shouldn't have even been at that meeting. I agree with you. It should have been Katie and Seth. And guys, 13 months. And the mother of Sebastian has yet to speak to the father of Sebastian other than shoving the phone in his face when he walked in the door and said, look, he was happy. Yes, CP told on all of them to narc divers. He told them the exact way they went. Isn't that something? He told narc divers which direction to go, and it was the exact same way. Crazy how that works. It's absolutely disgusting to sit here and have to repeat the words that man has used and said in the stories he's spun over 13 months' time. He likes to hear him. Yes, Brianna, Sebastian was failed by CPS. When you have the mother and father attacking the dad so horrible and knowing that they have had themselves to call CPS on the mother and the stepfather, there's a problem in that home. And there's a pattern there. And they have to live with that. That CPS caseworker has to live with that now because she had the opportunity to pull Sebastian out of that home. People let him down. Hendersonville, Tennessee was not good for Sebastian. At the beginning, the mother and the father tells us all he wanted for his birthday and for Christmas were friends. Tells you what a lonely life he led there. Yeah. Yeah. Chris would have just been fine going to that meeting on his own, wouldn't he? They're so excited to have this new America's Wanted come out. Chris can't stop talking about it. It's going to bring in new people. Well, I say bring them because we have a lot to tell them. Yes, you're right, Mohawk Mom. Sebastian told his dad he just wanted to go to Texas and see his grandparents. I don't know that Sebastian ever said he just wanted friends. But he may have because they kept him so isolated and locked down. Yeah. Sabrina, I questioned that. Did they ever let him out of his bedroom? Yes, Mohawk Mom. It was to push his narrative. You're right. Yes, TJ. His grandmother, Seth's mother, was a person he could talk to and tell things. She loved her grandchild. I believe his mother had a hard time dealing with him, and his stepfather thought he was in the way. His stepfather, I believe, my opinion, that he blamed Sebastian as getting in the way of his custody case for all those 7, 8 years that he's been trying to get it. But he's the kind of person that's going to put it off on everyone else. So it must have been Sebastian's fault, because it could not have been the arrogant ass that he is his fault. Yeah, Sabrina, I agree with you there. Yes, for a man who did not want any children, why did he marry 2 women with children? It's just horrible. I do believe Sebastian's room is empty. I do believe that. I believe all of his stuff is gone. We've heard it from too many people. People have said they've given away all of his stuff. And we know that we heard from Chris's ex-wife that while they were semi separated, we now know it was during the time that Katie was coming by to see Chris. But Chris was starting to give things away of her children's. Yes, Karen, I believe. I believe that. And let's not talk about it because that makes us bad people. Let's see, Rita, what did you say here? Let me make sure. What was it you said, Rita? I can't find you. Here. Could be the reason CP was allegedly accusing him of his own mom. Yep. Yep. Very much. I agree with you, Rita. Teresa. Okay, that's funny, y'all. We needed a laugh today. In my opinion, I don't think CP like women. He just loves wedding cake. Oh, he needs to become a baker then. Yes. I blame Katie. I blame Katie for not standing up for her child. Yes, Brianna. Nina tells us this is exactly what he had done to them. Yes, yes, and yes. A mother who has a child should protect her child at any cost. If that means giving up their life so that their child lives, that's what a mother does. A mother is a person that their children should always be able to stand behind because the mother is standing in front of them, protecting them. But it's sad to say, I don't think Katie learned that. I think the things that happened to Katie in her childhood caused her to have a disconnection to her emotions. I honestly think, in my opinion, children learn what they live through. Yes, Grace Paris, he did. He almost unalived one of his ex-wives. I heard there was a hammer involved, and she was left to die. This is the people we're talking about. This is the mother and the stepfather that was the mother, the last person with Sebastian, as far as we know. Yeah, AMC. Most of us do believe that Chris was home that day. Yeah, Grace, those people on the other side over there, they just praise him. They help him fill out all the blank pieces to his stories. They help him explain his meaning. It blows my mind. Yes, Rhonda, he walked away from hurting her. She was terrified. She, from what I understand, went into hiding for a long time. She has trauma from it. It's horrible. These people that support this, that support the mother and stepfather, are part of the problem. And they're just as arrogant and egotistical as they are, those two parents. That they honestly believe they're doing the right thing, I believe. Because if you have any feeling, any emotion towards a child of anyone, a child should always be protected. And if a parent can't be there, we should stand in. We should stand in and protect those kids. And that's what we're doing. We're trying to stand in for Sebastian because his mother's not doing anything to help him. She's not talking. She's not desperately crying out for help. She's not doing anything her own. She has a criminal defense attorney hired. That speaks volumes, guys. AMC, I really wish that Sebastian had left on his own. I really do. Because then maybe his father would have been called. Maybe his father would have been called and he would have gone and got him. Maybe at that point, Sebastian would have told his father. Yes, Brianna, it's sickening. No, he's laughing and joking around on YouTube channels. They had Sebastian's name in the title. They had him hashtagged. Oh, that's an awesome movie to watch. But yeah, they had Sebastian's name in there, and all they were all of them sitting there talking about and showing a picture of a vibrator. No, I didn't, Alicia. I hadn't heard about Grant Solomon. I'm hoping so, Valerie. He should already have been locked up, in my opinion, of course. Yes. He also told her to keep her pie hole shut. Chris has been running the narrative since day one, I believe. I believe Katie's going right along with him. Oh, goodness. Okay. Sumner County Sheriff just arrested Grant's mother yesterday. His dad did it. Oh, my goodness. These people, I'm telling you, she tried to hire a hit on his dad. Oh, my gosh. Yes, Brown Eyes. Chris himself is calling Brittany J, allegedly with Brittany J, calling her names. Calling her names. He's just as bad. Yes. Instead of his missing stepson, they're talking about toys for grown-ups. I agree, Sherry. I think they both know exactly what happened. Oh. Wow, Alicia P. I'm going to look into that. I will for sure. That is crazy. Guys, I honestly believe that there are more than just the mother and stepfather involved in this. And with multiple players being involved, it's going to take time. Because if they get one, they have to get them all. Exactly. I'm going to play a clip for you here. Just a reminder to everyone how Mr. Chris runs the narrative on all of it, okay? Hey, I found it. I went to pull it up on my phone so I could read the thing. Listen here. Mr. Chris says, yes, I'm confirming that the dog had scent that led to the construction site. No signs or evidence reveals Sebastian was there. Please keep in mind, tracking isn't as credible as you think. He tries to downplay the dogs, okay? Although dogs have the highest percentage of finding people. Then he puts the idea that someone hurt Sebastian and threw him into wet, fresh paved driveway is funny. It's comical to him. Everything's funny to him, right? To bury a body in concrete, it would need to be at least 12 inches thick. Secondly, you have to smooth out the concrete and finish it before it dried. All of that is done while the concrete is poured and being set. If that doesn't give you the most disgusting feeling in the world, I don't know what does. He is horrible. Now, the clip I'm fixing to play for you guys here, it's going to say in the little white box at the top, Melissa Nicole Proudfoot Svendenson. I don't know, Svendenson. I was with him Sunday afternoon shopping. I took my sister and her daughter, plus my sister-in-law and Sebastian shopping that afternoon. So I can tell you he was in a good mood. They were headed home to put away groceries when I saw him Sunday. But Katie tells a different story, that she went to pick up the niece. And watch her look at Chris, and he approves of her saying the words she said. He's okaying her to use that narrative.
We went and picked up our niece.
Yeah.
I got a call and asked if I could go and pick her up, and I did. And so we went and did that. We went to BJ's.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. He wasn't there, folks, but he's running the show from back behind the scenes. That's what he does. He does that the best. He, Mr. Chris, was not part of that day, but she looks at him and just gets confirmation that what she's saying is right. We heard yesterday where Mr. Chris tells us that he locked down Sebastian's phone, and the mother and the father of Sebastian were asking when he can have it turned back on. He says he told them Sebastian needs to ask me himself. If what he says to us is the God's honest truth, then Lord, please help Sebastian never have to see that man in his life ever again. Hong is with At Night Intelligence Agency, and he is the one that's putting up the billboards and stuff. He was working on Sebastian's case. Seth has asked them to help him find his son. Yeah. But yes, guys, where could Sebastian be? We would have to know the truth of what happened when they got home from Texas Roadhouse that night until 6:36 or 6:33 when the dispatch call goes out. That is the missing part that has yet to be told the same way. Twice. Every time they talk, it's different. They adjust their stories according to our breakdown of their words. Holly, thank you for that. She says, I find it hard to believe a word those two say. You and tons of us agree with you, Holly. 100%. It's hard to believe them. They do not tell the truth. And we show it over and over and over every time they talk. And that's why they want us to stop. But thank you for that, Holly. I appreciate it. That was so kind, Holly. Thank you. Oh, Hong, is that what I'm talking? The one you're talking about? They have, TJ. They've changed. Katie herself has told 5 different versions of what happened from the time they got home from Texas Roadhouse until we hear the dispatch call. And the saddest part of all is she is the one we have to go by because she was home with him. And we can't get the truth from her. I wonder, has she told a different story to law enforcement? I wonder that. Because there is the truth. And then there's these 5 other stories. And you can't believe them because of all the contradictory words they've used, stories and narratives they continue to put out. And that's not us attacking. That's us proving that they can't even tell the truth. Yes. Yes, Rita. Silver's on the scene, said he talked to someone at CP's work and told, sorry about that. And they told him that CP was off work for 4 days, Thursday, Friday, and the whole weekend. Yes. They also told Bullhorn Betty the same thing. Is it normal to have one detective on the case? Holly, I would think at least one person would stay on it 24/7 if they needed additional help with tips and stuff. Others step in. That's just my guess. Just my guess. I know in Summer, her case, there was one detective. There was nothing but Summer's case. And he's an idiot, if you ask me. And we'll talk about some of that tomorrow. I'm telling you. Yeah. Most of the time, there's a whole team of people involved. I try to support law enforcement as much as possible, but you do see where those cases happen and you find that good old boy system in play. And Chris himself shot himself in the foot with law enforcement because he kept bringing up when he got super pissed. And he would say, we'll get Bobby and Carter. And we'll have that chat. One of those was a TBI officer. One of those is a Sumner County officer. Those are his words. He was way too casual with it. The stepfather of a missing child was allowed to ride around in the car with law enforcement. And guys, I know not every parent does something to their child when they come up missing, but the parents should be. Those that live in the home with the child should be in that first week treated as if they were a suspect until they can clear them, until they can verify everything. They should not put them in a patrol car and ride them around. In Summer Wells's case, There is a picture out there that shows an officer the day they went in to search the house and look that evening, the very first day, handing the mother a bottle of whiskey. Was that a tactic to loosen her up and get her to talk, or was that just that good old boy system? That's the person that you need to stop and look at. It's crazy. Oh, looky here. TJ, that's awesome, guys. Thank y'all so much for that. TJ says, all of you subscribers are awesome. We thank you very much. We have 138 people in here and we have 137 thumbs up. I just want to say thank you very much for supporting Lolly. That's awesome, guys. Thank y'all so much. Was that ever determined? I don't know. That's what Chris tells us he was riding around. I've never heard it confirmed. $140 thumbs up. Yay! Thank y'all so much. I tell you, we have a really good group of people here. We do. We have people that just listen and don't chat. I get that. Y'all matter. Thank y'all. Everybody. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. AMC says, remember, it was that couple that was traveling and found Gabby's van parked. Yep. It looked like it was abandoned. You're right. They found out it was Brian Laundrie who did the crime. You still think he's alive? I hope not. He doesn't deserve it. But yes, guys, the people that found Gabby Petito's van, where they were located at camping, they were YouTubers. They had lost a child. And when they lost their child, they realized life is too short. And they wanted to travel with their children and let their children experience different things in life. And they made a channel about their experiences and their travels. They both forgot that they had that camera rolling as they passed where Gabby and Brian had been camping. And because they saw that location with her van, her body was found not far off away from that campsite. That's something that we do. That's something that we can help with. We hear all these little things. We get told all these little things. We look into it. We do what we can. And that family was just going camping. They did not video in case they saw that van. They were just living their lives. And it happened. Had it not been for that, Gabby may still be missing. Oh. Oh, Erna, we're so glad to have you. We're so glad to have you here. Way to go, guys. Thank y'all for those thumbs up. It really does make a difference with the thumbs up. It helps us get out there a little more. Our channel is slowly growing, and I'm so proud of it. I'm so proud for what we do here. We have great conversations, and people have different thoughts and ideas, and it's amazing. We don't have to make up lies to have a 2-hour show here. We can stream for 2 hours and talk about what we know as of facts. Because the mother and the stepfather have put out so much that we can prove that they lie. And they don't like it. But I like it. I like it. Because the more proof that we're able to put out there, the easier it is for law enforcement as they're doing their job. And it is what we can do. All of us cannot be boots on the ground. We would probably all meet up one day, if it was possible, every one of us, and do a search, because that's how much we care for Sebastian, but it's just not possible for all of us. Oh, wow. Texas Plain Jane says, a few years ago, AMW aired a missing movie producer, and I saw his vehicle here in my hometown. I was behind it at a red light. Wow. You never know. That's the thing. You never know. Valerie, thank you. Thank you. That is so sweet, Valerie. Thank you. Oh, Auntie Sherry, we love you. Yes, you never know what you might come across. Guys, I've told y'all this before. Blue Eyes and I were on panel doing a live, and I started getting messages. At that time, we had Nick's team and we had Dog's team listening in, because things we were saying was very close to what they were looking into. We were asked to stop. I was asked to private that live. We were talking about something we didn't even know the importance of it. That's how easy that we were just talking about something we both were looking into. And it became something of importance in this case. And that is what I'm saying. Anything and everything that you find off, strange, questionable, whatever, call it in. Let them know. Because it's those things that might connect the puzzle piece for those working behind the scenes. And yes, a YouTube channel can make a difference if it's done correctly. And that's my goal. That's what I want with my channel. I don't want to be a drama channel. I don't want to get mixed up in personal mumbo jumbo crap. I'm here for these kids that are missing. Let's talk about the details. Let's talk about the things we know. And if during that time, something I say might actually help, then we've done a good thing, guys. AMC, I have heard that Nina is filing for full custody of their daughter due to all of this. And she should. Because Christopher Proudfoot tells a judge he's not scared or worried for his family. It's okay for his daughter to go to his home, even though there's a missing child, that he's not worried. And turns around and tells a judge in court that he is terrified of Bullhorn Betty. And I hope they play that in court when she goes, because that child needs to be protected as well. Yes, Blue Eyes says, here, perfect. She says, save everything and screenshot it and keep it for yourself, because you never know when they contact you and say, we need that info. So thankful I had kept everything. Yes. Yes, Blue Eyes. Yep. Yep, he did. Definitely pray for Nina and her daughter, because, guys, if he treats his daughter and rules his home the way he tells us he did with Sebastian, then yeah, that baby girl don't need to be there. Yes, he did. He lied about being terrified of Bullhorn Betty because she brought a machete while she was walking out in fields and grass. She might have needed that. She wasn't bringing a machete to attack people. Oh no. Oh my goodness, AMC, that's horrible. That little girl doesn't need to be with her father. And that's my opinion completely. Okay, guys. Well, I am going to let y'all go and get out of here. Yeah. Yeah, he could just whack her on the buttocks, right? I'm telling you. He's done told him himself. Yes. Yes, America's Most Wanted needs to. They need to. She needs her story told. And I think, guys, that it's time we go back and re-listen to Nina's stories. Because Nina's story tells a lot of what we're seeing now. And so we might do that pretty soon. But I'm going to get it off of here. Let y'all get out onto the streets, get a break for a minute, and get it back out on the streets tonight. Yes, Nina sealed the deal for me too, Holly S, for sure. Thank you all for being here. I love you guys so, so much. Y'all are amazing. Keep doing what you do. Keep being the one to stand up for Sebastian and say, whoa, that ain't right. And oh my goodness. Oh goodness. AMC, I'm so sorry for that. I am so sorry for that. We love you so much. Email address. It LOLLIXEMS XMAS. Here, I'll put it in chat real quick for you. Y'all email me anytime. And always, oh, hang on. I hit the wrong button. Ugh. Always stay vigilant. Remember, Sebastian's the reason we're here. There we go. Thank you, Brown Eyes. It took me a while to get it done. There we go. Thank y'all. So tomorrow, I'm going to do a live on Summer. If anything pops off, I will do one on Sebastian as well. Or we might combine the two. But definitely join me for Summers. Even if you don't know about Summer Wells, guys, we'll get you catch up. Okay? Because that little girl needs attention just like Sebastian. And until then, love and hugs, everybody. I'll be seeing y'all soon.